Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video talking about going first or second. Whether it's a dice roll, coin flip, or rock paper scissors, it makes luck play a huge role in the entire game itself. There was a time when players going first actually got the extra draw. Due to the game going out of control, Konami thought it was a good idea to take that away. A few of those reasons was opening up with Shockmaster, or lockdown cards like Thunder King Ryo, or setting floodgates. It was an old time back then, and from this new rule or change to the game, players all over the world reacted, and even went so far as to say that the game was unplayable. There are still other YouTube videos of players saying that this was unfair or that they're now going to be playing second forever. But it eventually turned out to be a good call. As the game got faster, going first became a desired turn for players to just set up their boards and say you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! I felt this video was appropriate to make, given it's been a week since the Wave of Light structure deck came out. The counter fairy deck is focused on taking the first turn, as it requires setting counter traps and waiting to respond to the opponent. The weakness with the deck was that if it went second, it would lose. Every deck profile so far has been built to go first. Not one single player considered that the deck would be in trouble if it had to go second. Luckily, I made an alternate build that caters to the weakness and actually allows for the deck to go first or second. Analyzing the current meta, is winning the dice roll going to affect the course of a game? Well, let's start with Tricksters, one of the most prominent meta decks running in the formats. Generally, going first is very much so desired, as the common players to have Light Stage, Lycris, and a few reincarnations set. Sure, the deck can go second, but by then who knows, the opponent might be playing counter fairies, in which case the Trickster player has no way of making a comeback. The same applies in the case of a mirror match. Reincarnations can be rendered useless if the opponent rides or rids their entire hand, or perhaps even has the response to your upcoming plays. Next, we have Pendulum Magicians. They start with a board of Time Star Magician and Time Pendulum Graph set. It's so annoying having your cards get disrupted by Time Pendulum Graph. If they go second, again, they might be disrupted themselves by someone playing the exact same deck or by counter fairies. Unlike previous formats, this particular format is prevalent with hand traps, and that's actually one of the solutions to the going first issue. There are videos saying that hand traps are the problem in this format, but they actually seem to keep the balance of the game going first and second pretty well. The game is more fair now than it was several formats back. Whoever goes first can set up a big board, but the player going second could have a hand trap in their hand ready to stop some plays. Spirals, the current deck dominating this format, has been built in many ways to adapt to the issue of going first. With the help of hand traps, Spiral players have actually been choosing to go second. What I like about this is that now there is a game of psychology. Sure, you can go first, but does your opponent have hand traps? Or do you want to go second, thinking that maybe the opponent has hand traps in their hand to prepare for when they think you want first turn? Players will now have thoughts going back and forth, predicting what kind of deck their opponent is playing. Needless to say, that becomes another huge luck factor. Overall, it's nice to see that going first or second is less of an issue than it once was in previous formats, and that the solution is ironically being treated as a current problem. Going first is still an optimal way to start your way, as the game of psychology isn't as prevalent and most players just want to have fun playing the game. I must say myself that going first meant a lot at YCS, allowing me to win multiple rounds. But that also came with the downside of losing to Spirals, where I went first in both games that I lost. Hopefully this video diffuses the hate with the overwhelming amount of hand traps in the format and instead promotes more strategy when playing the game. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day. I'll see you next time.